Well, hello, adventure seekers. It's your old buddy, your old hillbilly buddy, Leo. And it is a dark, overcast, damp, dark, dank, miserable kind of day. Rained all day yesterday, and it is just not a good day to be doing pretty much anything. It is, however, a really good day for another crazy hillbilly adventure, though, now isn't it? We recently started a camping channel, so you know that's the excuse I'm going to go with, right? I'm working. I'm just going to go with that excuse. It works, so it's good enough for me. Excuse me. I got the Can-Am, as you can see. I've got the Can-Am all loaded for bear. Got a few little snowflakes flying here and there. A train over on the side of the river. I am at one of my favorite low altitude camping spots down by the river, and well, low altitude here is still considerably above sea level, so you know, take that with a grain of salt. But anyway, like I said, I've come out today and brought my toys. Got some new stuff I want to show you guys. Got me a new tent, and our friends at Fire Maple sent us some new toys to try out. So yeah, I want to show you guys some of that stuff too. We got some of it, got some more on the way. Some of it didn't get here before, you know, this camping trip. So I'll show you the other stuff at next camping trip, right? But so I've been here before. I'm semi-familiar with this little spot. You know, trail guide, I'm familiar with every little spot. So, you know, I've been here before. I've camped here before. I actually call this has a name on Google Earth. I call it Catfish Camp. I have caught, I don't want to exaggerate, this year I've caught 9 really good catfish down here. Several of them, I think 2 or 3 of them in the 3-foot plus range, you know, and the rest, you know, good sized catfish. I've caught some really nice big turtles out of here too, out of this little stretch of river. It's really deep water. From right about there for the next several miles up is really deep water, and just middle of nowhere. There's no industry of any kind. It's just really pristine riverbank, you know, river water. But anyway, I guess without further ado, I'm gonna go down here and park the Can-Am, kind of wander around a little bit and find me a good spot. Where I'm at, this is actually, it's a floodplain down by the river. The Corps, I think the Corps owns it. But anyhow, you know, you can't like build on it or anything like that because it's just a few feet up from the river, and you know, it floods, you know, all the time. But we're good. The river has crested, and it's actually on its way back down. So, you know, we're good, and we're about 15-20 feet. I'll be camping 20 feet above, you know, the highest level anyway, so we're good there. I'm not worried about that. The only thing that might be an issue is we're expecting to go well below freezing tonight. It's going to be a cold night. Fahrenheit, of course. You know, if you say it Celsius, it sounds much colder. But we'll use Fahrenheit, you know. Okay, we're expecting somewhere around 25 or so in towns. So out here in the woods and down by the river, I'm thinking it should get somewhere close to about 20, 22 maybe, something like that tonight. But I've got my toys, you know, I should be good to go. And I got my little heater, and I'm going to set me up a really nice camp spot. And I'm going to make, for dinner tonight, I'm going to make, it's pork, you've heard pulled pork, right? It's pork and beef, and I'm going to barbecue it in a, sort of like a jet boil. It's a jet boil pressure cooker called a Polaris cooker from Fire Maple. That's one of the things that you know, I mentioned, you know, that they sent us to, you know, show you guys, try it out, show you guys. But Heather and I, we took it out, we tried it once, worked great. So I'm going to put it to the real test tonight. What do y'all think? It looks pretty good, don't it? At the river right there. Great view. Nice little spot. I've actually camped in this very spot before. And that limb was hanging from out of that tree. But she's broke and fell out of there now. Started to drag it out of the way, but it's pretty heavy, and I could probably drag it with the Can-Am, but it's not that big a deal. I've got room right there to put my tent. Should have plenty room. So I guess this is home for the time being, huh? Not a bad home though, huh? But like I said, there's a few snow flurries flying every now and then. Not much, just a few little flakes here and there. So this should be fun. But like I said, I'm going with I'm at work, just in case anybody asks. Yeah, I'm working. We'll go with that excuse. Like I said, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That excuse works just fine. I'm at work. But I'll bring me a chainsaw down here and cut this little dude. It's a box elder. I hate these things. I used to cut a lot of trees. Box elders, like a nemesis. They grow asymmetrical random limbs. They'll grow one down here. A new limb will start. Everything above that will die. And it just falls, collapses, you know. Hopefully no one's under it when it does. But, you know, box elders they're known for that. They're known for being dangerous. So, you know, it's probably not the best thing to have in your yard. And they drop a lot of sticks and stuff too, because all the limbs die out, and you can see where it's broken, you know, where things tend to break on those. All right, I'm gonna get my tent out. I'm gonna have to put him kind of catty corner in here, but that's fine too. We'll still have a great view. That'll be my view instead of that. Big deal. That versus that. All right, let's get to work. Well, it looks like we're getting there, don't it? I did a time lapse putting it up. Y'all just saw that, I'm sure. Got a kick out of me having the tarp upside down. You know, I had to take it all back off and do it again. This is life. This is life. But we got him in there, got everything set up. Had to swap out the tent pegs. It came with the little aluminum, you know, little straight, well, steel, I guess, little pins, and then this loose sand, they just pop right back out of the corners. But luckily I had some of the big flat plastic ones, so I put those on the corners, and everything sealed right up, and we should be good to go. Just check out how much room I've got in here. Look at this. Turn some light on. Here we go. Cool, huh? Heather got that for me. You can turn it, you know, however you want it. Cool, huh? Anyway, we're set up in here. Look how much room I've got. Get over here in the corner. That's how much room. And I've got my tarp set up. You can see how it's got the mesh the tent has. And you see where I've got the tarp underneath the rain fly over the tent, covering up all of that mesh, so I can hold a little bit of heat in here. I got my buddy heater, and I got my diesel heater, and I'm going to set my diesel heater up right there on that end, and I'll set my bed and stuff up on this end, and you know, that'll give me plenty of room to have, you know, a little kitchen area or watch TV or whatever for a little bit later. And check out the view out my front door. Look at that river. Check that out. That is the view right out the front of my tent. Got some shallows here. The river's up a little bit. It's up a couple feet. We had about an inch of rain yesterday, and it brought it up a good couple feet, 2.5, something like that. So she's up a little bit, but I'm probably 25 feet up from where it is now, and she should be cresting right about now, as a matter of fact, heading back down. So we're good. We're good. It's all that matters, right? All right, I'm mostly set up. Got my Christmas lights up. Got my little Christmas tree for later. It's Christmas. You gotta have a tree, right? But yeah, I've got my dinner thawing out. It's still a little bit on the frozen side. That's okay. Polaris cooker will take care of that. Got my little fire pit. Check out my view. My little tiki torch set up. Check out my view. Got my little lantern up there. Getting ready to fix some dinner here in a minute, but I figured I'd show you inside real quick. Got my bed all ready, and I've got my heat set up. All I gotta do is plug it up and hit the power button, hit start, and we're ready to go. We're ready to heat it. So we're all set in here. But what I wanted to do, I guess I need to go ahead and get started working on dinner. So let me get this set up. That'll work right there. That looks good. Now I got some beef and pork here, and I'm going to mix them and cook them together. And then when they get done, get close to done, we're going to, tear it up, pulled pork style, and barbecue it. So yeah, we're going to have some serious barbecue on this trip. Now this right here, we got this from our friends at Fire Maple. Sent us this. They've sent us a few things, to try out and see what we think, on our camping channel, and just tell you guys what we think about it. But this one here, this is the Polaris. It's a pressure cooker. It's a low pressure vessel, and you can cook in there, or you can use a little ring, if you're using a regular pot or something. But we'll be using that today. So that. This. There. I haven't used the stand yet, but we'll give him a try. I didn't bother with the stand the last time. I just set it up and started cooking. Okay, let's see. This fits right in the little tracks. Okay, I get it. Has different tracks too for whatever size can you're using, if you're using a bigger one. But they sent me the little leather cozy for it. Little tank cozy. How cute is that? It's leather. But you get the leaves out. And that just goes like so. That goes, make sure it's off. We'll lose our fuel before we get going. And that just locks that in. There's the buttons. There they go. She just locks in like so. And we are ready to cook. I need to get some water, put some water in there, and get my beef going, and we'll get some cooking going, and get some food cooked up, and some barbecue on the riverbank. How cool does that sound? Real, homemade, old school barbecue. I got Christmas lights, little snowflakes. Check it out. Once it gets dark, it should look really cool. Got my Christmas tree over there. Fire pit right there. I've got some stuff inside too. So just for cutesy, why not? You know, it's Christmas. Have fun with it, right? Now check this out. Sorry, a little steamy if you get too close, isn't it? A little steamy if you get in too close. That's the beef and pork. I've got it simmering. It's in the Polaris cooker, and it's been simmering for a little while. I had to start it out on low. I brought the meat, I cut it up and cubed it, and, you know, trimmed most of the fat. You know, I left some, you know, it's pork. There's pork and beef in it. It's half of part of a pork roast and part of a beef roast. So it should be really good. Right now we're just kind of simmering it down. Once it simmers down good, I'll, you know, cut up the animal, put some onion in it, and, you know, some other stuff. And I got some sweet honey barbecue. That sounds really good. Y'all should smell this. I mean, I haven't put anything in it at all, and it smells fantastic. If I was a coyote within 5 miles of this spot, I would be on my way, brother. It smells good down here. I haven't even put the barbecue in it yet. I'm gonna let it simmer down a little bit, you know, kind of tear the meat up just a little bit with forks. And when I get it all simmered down, I'll add the barbecue sauce and make me a really cool barbecue sandwich out of this stuff. Looks really good, doesn't it? But I'm set up for later. Got my fire pit. I brought 5 Duraflame, but, you know, there's tons and tons and tons of firewood just laying all over the place. Just behind me and around me, there's tons of firewood. And you can see the exhaust from my heater coming out there. I'll show you a little bit more about that a little bit later for those of you who are curious. You know, my little heating system. But yeah, the tarp fits right on there. I bought another one. Bought a new one for this. I got a 10 by 16, and it wasn't quite wide enough. This is an old 12 by, I think, 24 that I had. It's torn a little bit here and there, but it works well. Covers better. Gives me a lot better coverage. You know, all of that mesh. Y'all know how tents are these days. Everything's mesh. So I guess I could get, you know, you could do this with like an ice fishing tent. Would work great. But realistically speaking, guys, I'm not trying to spend $700 on a tent. You know, I get by just fine with this, and just look how much room. This one's a I think a 10 by 16, 10 foot by 16 foot. And where's the button? There we go. Get a little light on. Got my heater there, and you can see how the tarp just comes past the mesh on this side, and on the back the tarp goes all the way down. And, you know, I figure I'll blow the heat toward that way, help catch a little bit more, you know, might keep it a little bit warmer in here. Like I said, it's going to be really cold tonight, so I'll try to we'll keep what heat we can, as much as we can. Okay, that's better. I'm talking trash earlier about being a real YouTuber now because I got a tripod. Yeah, you're just still a hillbilly. Can't operate the thing, apparently. Can't figure out a tripod. We're back to the handheld stick. I wanted to show y'all something. I couldn't get down here with the big tripod. You see how I've got that? I've got pipe clamps around the main one here, the main exhaust, to hold it up so that it's centered in between those two other aluminum pipes. So I made a double-walled exhaust pipe so that it doesn't scorch my tent or melt my zipper or, you know, whatever. And I've tried this a couple times, and it works really well. I've tried this at the house and 2 times, and yeah, works really good. But these here, this is I've showed you guys this on the other channel. It's called an H. Calori. Banggood sent us this to try out and do a review on and all that stuff, and I loved it. I've used it. We did the review, put it up, all that good stuff, and I've used it now, I think 5 times, 6 times, something like that. I just love it. I really do. You can just set it up for whatever you want. All of your stuff goes in there. If you want to set it up inside, like I have here, is the most efficient because it draws in warm air from inside the tent, as opposed to sitting this unit outside and blowing air in with the vent here. You're drawing cold air from outside. So it works much better inside than it does outside. You just have to make sure that your exhaust right here is properly vented. But other than that, I should be good to go. All I got to do at this point is put the clips, alligator clips, on the battery and hit start. And it's actually a smart heater. It has Bluetooth, and it talks to you. You can operate it with your cell phone. Seriously, I'm not messing with y'all. It really does. You can operate it with your cell phone. It has a little remote. It's a dial. You just push the little on button, little about on right here, and you just turn the dial. As simple as that. I don't really need a remote or a phone app, really. But I guess, hey, if you want to use them, that's really cool. But like I said, you can set it up different ways if you're using it in a tent like this. And I've used it in my truck. I've got the truck set up to, it mounts right on the side of the bed, and this goes right through a little hole, and it's all set up, so you can use it either way. Handy little deals, really handy. Now, I've got 2 of these. The other one's a little bit bigger. This one's a 5 kilowatt. They make a 2, a 5, and an 8. This is a 5. I've got an 8 at the house, and yeah, they work really well. They put out a lot of heat. On high, this has I think it's 18,000 BTUs on high. So that's quite a bit of heat, for a small 10 by 16 room. And I've got my little buddy heater too if I want. My bed, I've got it winter insulated, set up for winter. I used to camp all the time with just what you see in the video, what you see in your screen, just the bed. Just hyper insulate the bed, go camp all day and all that good stuff. You stay warm by the fire, and you climb in your bed and get warm. You make a cocoon. Basically, you hyper insulate your bed so that your body heat stays trapped inside the cocoon with you. And I've camped down to about 20 degrees, ballpark about 20, with just the hyper insulating. I've done that a few times. But yeah, this is just so much easier. The heat is just so much better than no heat. Am I right? Does this not make sense? Which is better, guys? Which is better in your honest opinion? Sitting out here in freezing cold weather, watching a movie in your campsite, or sitting out here in a really comfy, snug, warm environment, having sipping on some hot chocolate? Which one sounds better? But I've got a little, Why not, right? Just something cute inside the tent. Oh, it's also a touch lamp too. Don't touch the silver part on top. It's a touch lamp. Heather got that. That's cool, isn't it? She got me that too. I like that. That line, I love it. You can turn those and position it any way you want. High, low. You know, it's got several settings. You can turn on just little fins or fins and that. The bottom one. I like it. It's really cool. Thank you, Heather. Little Christmas present, but I got it early since I was going camping. I like that. That's really cool. Anyway, she may or may not put in a link for that if anybody's curious about it. You know, I think she got it off Amazon or Temu. It wasn't much, but you know, I like it. It's really cool, isn't it? But we should be good to go in here. A little bit later, I brought the laptop, and Heather downloaded me some movies. I don't know what she put on, you know, on what she downloaded. So we'll find out a little bit later, won't we? Let's give our check on dinner real quick. Oh yeah. We're getting there. I brought, you know how it gets frothy when you first start cooking, you know, beef, pork, whatever, it gets frothy at the top. I started cooking this and I had it on low, you know, because it was, you know, partially frozen, but it starts to get frothy. I had to take out it over the top, right? I had to take out exactly one piece of meat and, you know, just tossed it over into the river, and the foam leveled off right at the top of the pot. What's the odds? I brought, you know, a Ziploc baggie filled with meat, you know, beef and pork. What are the odds that I would bring exactly one piece too much? One, precisely. I took that one piece out and everything was fine from there. But she's cooking down. I'm gonna let it get down, you know, way down here somewhere, and put my onions in. I want to cook the meat really good. I want it really good and tender. My mouth's watering already. I just said that instead of smelling it, my mouth's watering. I'm gonna cook it down real low, and you know, tear the meat up, and then chop up some onions and stuff, and cook that, let that all simmer for a while, and then throw some barbecue to it. This should be delicious. I like this, man. This is really cool that you can do stuff like this, you know, I know y'all seen like jet boils, stuff like that. This here, the Polaris, it's a little bit bigger. It's at Fire Maple. Go check out their website. I've you know, like I said, they send us some toys, and if you go check out their webpage, if you like camping, if you like outdoors, Fire Maple's website is a straight up candy land. It really is. Go check it out. And if you buy anything, if you do decide to get anything, use code LEO10. Yeah. We got a discount code. But it's not a true pressure vessel in the sense that there is no pressure valve. Like a real pressure cooker has a pressure valve. This one just has a small opening right there. You can see the little opening. So it's not a true pressure vessel, you know, that pressurizes, you know, builds up a lot of pressure, in other words. This one just builds up a small amount, just enough to make your cooking go faster is the whole idea. And you can flip the lid up, the handle, if you want to, you know, close it all up. It goes over, and then that locks the handle down to, you know, lock everything in place. But we're not doing that right now. We're just kind of simmering it and just let it simmer down, and when we get ready, we'll add the other stuff and crank him up. How cool is this though, guys? Seriously, how cool is this? I love doing this junk, man. I really do. I enjoy doing this and making these videos and, you know, bringing you guys along and showing y'all this, you know, crazy hillbilly stuff, you know. It's good to be a crazy hillbilly, y'all. It really is. It's good to be a crazy hillbilly. Everybody should try this. Alright, I'm going to kick back for a while. Well, actually, no, I can't kick back for a while. I need to go get me some firewood, don't I? I got the Duraflame, but we got tons and tons and tons and tons of free firewood here. And you have taller, prettier flames if you use the Duraflame and real wood. You get nice campfire. Nice, pretty campfire. It's 36 right here. I was just holding it, had it in my hand. That's why it says 38. It's 36 outside. What y'all think? Got my little Christmas tree over there. Turn my little lantern on behind, but you can't really see it well just yet. He'll get warmed up in a minute. But we're still cooking. We're down there. I've got the onions in it, and I got it tore up pretty good. But we're just waiting to simmer the broth down a little bit more, and add the barbecue over there, and the last few spices. Y'all know how on all these TV shows, right? You see, you know, Survivor, this, that, the other. They're rubbing sticks together and the Brillo pad trick and all that kind of thing. I thought we'd try something a little bit cool too. This puppy is from Temu. Heather just ordered this. It is. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me turn the light off. It's just an electric arc. It's rechargeable. That's the front of it. Lights up, you know. Cutesy. You know, just cute. Anyway, I'm going to see if we can light the fire with that puppy. No problem. Cool. Put that in my pocket. Rechargeable. It's USB. You got a USB port right here. S video, S cable. This connects right in there. Well, oh yeah, look. Right there. Just plug it up and recharge it, and you're good to go. Just falls apart. I like that. It's been on there for a while. Of course, you know how you're making something like that. You have to cook it down. That's just all there is to it. There's no other way. Got my little Christmas tree. Hang on. Down here on the river bank, y'all. And got my little lantern right there. I can see really well. I can see just fine. You know, not a problem. Hang on, let me see what this looks like in here when I turn these on. Actually, better yet, turn that little dude on. inside the tent. Not too shabby, huh, guys? Not too shabby. It's getting cold now, I can tell you that. It's 34. So we're getting down there. We're getting there, ain't we? Yeah, we're doing good, no problems. Plenty of light. Got me a fire going now. The lights here are, that's it. There are a couple houses. You can see a couple house over there. See that second light behind my lantern? It's a house over on the West Virginia side of the river. I'm on Kentucky side. So, whole state away. Alright. Kick back and warm my feet up just a little bit. We'll see y'all in a minute. Well, it's about 6:30. Real good and dark out. See here, that's how dark it is. Alright, let's see. That's the ground. That's the sky. That's some trees. Yeah, it's dark. But guess what? We are done. Let me shut this down real quick. Look at that. Look at that. Hang on. Does that not look delicious? It's all mixed together. In case anybody's wondering how you bring bread on something like this without crushing it, just get a couple pieces, put in a Ziploc bag, you put a little bit of air in there. That way you don't smush your bread. It's 32 degrees, by the way, Fahrenheit. We just hit freezing. Oh man, that looks really good. Take a look at that. Look at that. That looks awesome. I can't wait. Okay, forget chopping up the bread. We don't care about the bread. We know what bread tastes like. Very good, very hot, very hot. There's some bread. Probably be able to take Heather home a sample. It's, you know, going to be below freezing, and when I leave in the morning, it's not going to be getting warm. Won't be getting any warmer than your average refrigerator, that's for sure. So we are officially below freezing. That is really cool. Just that you can come out here and fix something like that. You know, so. Well, it's about 7:30 or so. about 28 degrees out. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead, since I brought extra fuel and I've got 2 batteries with me, I'm gonna go ahead and fire up the diesel heater and get him warming the tent up. That just goes one there and one there. Make sure they're on both. They're both on good. And that's it. We are ready.
Start heating.
Yeah. Start heating. That's exactly right. And it'll take it a few minutes. It takes about 5 minutes or so for it to, you know, start putting out heat. But yeah, we'll be cranking here in a minute. So he's about there. We're blowing warm air now. We look good here. Down the pipe. Looks good. Sorry, sideways. Can't really help it. We look good there. Not touching near the tent. So, looks really good. Go see how things look outside. And I think we should be ready to zip up the tent and start holding some heat. Start warming things up in there. Got the exhaust here. I cleared some stuff out of the way. We're good to go here. Close up the tent and let him start warming up. That's what we want to hear. Once it gets up to normal temperature, that's the fuel pump. You hear that slight tick. Once it gets up to normal speed, that tick slows down, and it's not even really noticeable. But that heat sure is. That's noticeable. Alright, we inside. Got everything set up. Got my laptop ready to watch a movie. Heather put me some couple Avengers movies. And I like cartoons too. I like, you know, like old school Avengers and junk like that. I never outgrew that junk, so Heather knows me well. She slapped one of them on there too. But we're doing good. It is. Got the heater going there. It is 27.3 outside and 61.7, well, 62 inside. And yeah, we got my little Christmas tree going. Is that not cute? So yeah, we're doing good. It is nice and snuggly in here. And as you can see, I've got me a comfy chair all kicked back by my Christmas tree and getting ready to watch a movie. How cool is that? Oh yeah, Merry Christmas everybody. What y'all think? Did a little bit of moving furniture around. You know how it is when you move into a new house. You know, you're moving furniture around a little while. Did a little shuffling. I moved. Let me show you. Got my heat all set up on this end. Got all kinds of. Oh, look at this. Got a flashlight here on the floor. Let me get down there where you can see it. 26 outside. And 67 degrees in here. We'll just round that one up. There we go. He changed. 67 degrees. Okay. Alright. Okay, moving on. Check out this, the tree. It changes colors and stuff too. Little fiber optic tree. I just thought, why not, you know? Why not? But I got the heater on this end. To be honest, the diesel heater the tent being this big, that cold, on super low. I want to run it on low. And, for fuel, I don't want to have to mess with it till tomorrow, when I take it down, Anyway. So what I did is I moved everything and took the bed out from here and set this end up, so sort of a little living area. Got my chair, you can see the flashlight laying there. My battery stuff there, coffee, little stove for in the morning, heat some coffee up. Got my little buddy heater, got him going over here on low, and was just finishing watching a couple movies, watching some TV. But what I did back here, check this out. I moved the bed and put it over here in front of the vent from the heat, and that way it just occurred to me I don't really need to heat the entire tent with the diesel heater when I turn the buddy heater off. All I need to heat is the bed. And GoPro batteries on charge, just so everybody knows. I do have, emergency detector. I don't need it. I know for sure my stuff is solid. The vent, it's vented outside well. That's not a problem, but why not? Like I said, it's in my camping junk. So, all I had to do is that. This is not half bad, is it? This is not half bad at all. I'm warm. It's like, it's nice and warm in here. I'm not a bit cold. Just hanging out, watching TV, texting Heather, rearranging a little bit of furniture here and there. And I turned on some extra light so that for filming, got one there, and got a flashlight here reflecting off the floor to kind of, brighten up just a little bit better in here so you guys can see what's going on. But yeah, I've got a great big room, big spacious area, heated really well. It is super cold outside. I had this cracked open. I just stick my arm out there, just stick my arm through the hole. It is super cold out there. It is not your friend out there, guys. That's so how do y'all like my entertainment center? Okay. Got a movie loaded up, obviously. Got my that's a little candle, wax burning tent heater I was telling you about. Just for small tents, when I got my little small one. Heats those up alright. But let me get a little light on the subject, as the saying goes. This is my closet and my storage shed and my living room, of course. It is ludicrously cold outside. It is not warm at all. I went outside a minute ago. Yeah, came back in. I think the tent dropped, like just unzipping it, go outside, use the bathroom, come back, unzip it, come back in, zip it back up. I think I dropped like 4 degrees in here. But we're doing good. Everything's holding up well. All my batteries are holding up. Heat's doing good. Bed is very warm. It feels really good. And that should work. That should work nicely. So yeah, this is a really good test run, you know, to see how everything works. You know, trying to heat the bed. You know, I could crank the heater up. I'm sure. You know, it's like I said, it's on its lowest possible setting to you know, just kind of. I've got plenty of fuel, but if you run it low, I know that there's plenty left over in the morning, like a third of a tank. So I'm just going to run on low, and that way I know I have more than enough to run all through the night without having to touch anything, worry about anything. I don't have to do nothing. You know, it's just like a heat pump at your house. You set it and forget it.
You have to shut the generator down.
Shut it down. I don't think so.
You're not listening to me. We're in danger here.
Federal martial law has been declared. I can't
How
just
cool is
hundreds
that?
of people because you showed me some map with a circle drawn on it.
You know what?
That is really nice, isn't it?
Feel bad for everything I just said.
I'm just kind of kicked back now by the heat at my back. Kind of hanging out on the bed, just watching TV, relaxing. Look at that. That is my living room tonight. Happened to look up. Hang on, let me take y'all outside here. I don't know how well y'all can see this, but man, there are stars everywhere. I can't see any of them on the screen on the back of the GoPro, but there are stars everywhere. The whole sky is just lit up with stars shining through the trees. But ooh, brr, it is freaking cold out there. Oh man, that wind, the air just pouring in. Ooh, close that up. Just opening that up, it went from like 64 down to 59. Just opening the door that little bit brought the temperature down. It's 25.2 outside, by the way, in case y'all can't see that. 25.2. Nice and cold out. Alright, I guess I'm gonna, it's about midnight now. I guess I'm gonna, I've been watching movies. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and set everything up for nighttime mode and turn all my lights off, shut down the TV and the fireplace and all that good stuff. And here in a minute, the only thing running will be the diesel heater directly on the bed. Good night, guys. Hang on. I can totally disappear in this thing. Just completely burrito up in here. No problem. But nice and warm, very snugly, very comfy. The heat's blowing on the back of the bed. It's you can't really get much better than this. This is very comfy, very cozy. Well, I'm actually pretty tired. It's been a pretty long day, to be honest. It's about 1 now, 12:30, I guess. I don't really know. But anyway, guys, I guess we'll see y'all in the morning. I'm gonna get some sleep and get up in the morning and see what else we can get into, right? Good night. Good morning. About 9 o'clock. It is a balmy 28 degrees outside. About 65 in here. So it's not too bad. I just woke up a couple minutes ago and unplugged the bed, folded him back, and got me some coffee going. So far so good. We're off to a good start today, guys. That's a pretty good way to start your day. I'm gonna go ahead and call this one. But yeah, I slept great last night. But anyway, I'm gonna get me some coffee here in a minute, and I'm just gonna hang out for a little while. Be honest, I'm not gonna jump right into getting loaded up. Okay, that's enough of you. Turn that puppy back down. That's enough of that. It's a little warm in here. If I can get the tin unzipped. All the leaves are white. They've got frost on them. Everything out here's got frost on it. Look at the side by side. Yeah, got my hoodie caught in my Christmas lights. Look at that. It's cold. Hang on. There. That's better. I ain't got too much to clean up out here. Pretty much all of my junk is inside. You know, I straightened up a little bit last night. Stuff burned down to nothing, didn't it? Those Duraflames? Nothing left at all. Thought about throwing one in there and lighting it, but yeah. I don't think I need no fire this morning. Okay. It's like 11 o'clock. I have to admit, Ice Twisters is a much better movie than I thought it was gonna be. It's actually pretty good, but unfortunately, we got what? We got 18 minutes left. I'll watch the last little bit. I do. Now TV time is over, and we're outside now, in case y'all couldn't tell, you know, by me being outside. I was outside. The ground's still frozen. You can see ice, little shiny spots where the ground is still frozen. I guess I have to start packing up now. It's the time that all campers dread the most. To tear it all down, pack it all up, and load it part. Like I've got some visitors. Whole bunch of geese out here. Uh-oh. I think that group's heading for that group, and yeah, we're in a rush. We got bad intentions. The other group turned. Run. Watch them, they just stopped and let these geese go by. Get out of the way. You wait your turn. We were here first. Okay, yeah, well, we'll all just go together then. How about that? Okay. Yeah, I'll just tell you, man, packing up is a job. I've got time lapse running right here. Hey y'all, how's it going? What's up? What's up, YouTube? I've got the tent down, got a lot of it. I can't believe I got all this stuff into UTV to bring it here. How in the world did I get all of that into UTV? This passenger seat's full. You can see all the stuff here. The top of the tent, got a tarp there. There's the tent. Wow. A lot of junk, isn't it? A lot of junk for an overnight, but then again, it was a pretty cool overnight trip. That was awesome. I very much enjoyed every bit of this. You know, this right here is my least favorite part of any camping trip, really. You know, tearing everything down. And my problem is I have to have things a certain way. You know how that is. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Looks like the geese are taking them a 5-2. Kind of hanging out over in the shallows. So I guess this river being up a couple feet doesn't really matter much to them, does it? You know, you're a goose. You like water. You don't care. Well, it took me about an hour, but I got everything loaded back up. I did my walk around, you know, just double check everything, make sure you're not leaving anything and leaving a mess or anything like that. Just that little bit of a slight discoloration in the sand right there from the ash when I emptied my little fire pit. That little discoloration and of course this video are the only evidence that I was even here. All right, well guys, I appreciate y'all coming along with me today on our little trip. I very much hope you enjoyed, you know, the nice relaxing atmosphere, that sort of thing. You know, maybe a little bit of adventure. You know, some of you adventure seekers out there, you know, maybe y'all got an idea or two from, you know, from the Polaris heater, the stove, or the diesel heater, or the, you know, who knows. And if not, hey, it's a fun trip to kind of just come along and hang out and, you know, see what's going on and, you know, see some of this beautiful countryside and just, you know, hang out and enjoy yourself, watch some TV. All right, anyway, this is Leo, and just want to tell you guys thank you again for watching our little video. You guys have a really good day, and we will see you next time. Leo out.